Anti-Afro Svengalis, there have been questions. These questions have been asked many times. Or this question, rather. Where the hell is D.Derell slash Dumpsey? There have been sightings over the last couple of months. And I believe there was a video most recently posted a couple of weeks ago. There have been sightings here and there. And there have been few answers to this question. Where the hell is Dumpsey? Well, let me give you one of those answers. Hanging on. I tell you, he's going for the ride of his life. That's one of them. Now, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of an update. Then I'm going to address issues. There are some things going on offline. We are not at liberty to give all the details, but I have addressed this issue over the last 9 months or so regarding a complaint that was filed. We cannot give the details, but I want to make sure it's very, very clear. Dumpsey did not file a complaint against us. We filed a complaint against him, and that's all we are able to say. Legally, we are prohibited from giving any other details. This is another entity. I want to let you hear additional information regarding the extent to which Dumpsey has laid down some more lies. Approximately, I think a week or so ago, when he poked his head up out of the sand before he hopped back on the hood of the car, continue to go on the ride of his life. Stay tuned and I will return.
I had to spend some money. The Godfather had to spend some money. I'm taking care of some stuff. It's ongoing. I've been subject to a lot of doxing. I've been subject to people in all of my business. I've been subject to people trying to come at me professionally, trying to destroy my businesses and everything. There's a lot of jealous, hating ass Negroes in this space. And I know a lot of people don't know everybody in the Umar sector, but the Umar sector has some treacherous ass people. There's some people that don't give a damn. There are people that will try to look up everything on you, take your livelihood. And you also got to understand that the Umar sector also has some pretty crafty ass doctors and people who will look up your shit. And there are people who work in high places in government and other agencies that have access, and they're illegally using those tools and resources they got to find shit on people. I don't give a damn if it's law enforcement or the legal system, the healthcare system, education. There are people in the Umar Johnson sector who are professionals, and they have been manipulated. Some have been paid to use and to sacrifice their jobs for the sake of some goddamn content. And I'm not kidding on that. I'm being straight up about that. Like, for real. Now, for myself, I don't value this shit that much. This shit is not worth me. I don't want anybody losing their jobs or livelihood over some goddamn YouTube. But there are people who, have been fell victim. There are people who will dox the hell out of you. This is a doxing sector. This even though they want to go under the disguise of trolling, these niggas will dox you. These niggas will dox the fuck out of you. These guys will literally try to find out where you work. They getting healthcare information. They want to know if you got PPP loans. They want to know if you got, they want all of that. They want all of it. Got to operate different. I can't do content like I used to do content. I got to be more disciplined with shit.
Isn't it interesting how times have changed? Don't you recall when Dumpsey was so reckless, not a care in the world, just ran his mouth, making the most disgusting, vile, objectifying, slanderous, debasing, sexually harassing comments, just didn't give a shit, thought he was untouchable. But now all this caution doesn't make any sense. It's an old adage, but it's always relevant. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Who the hell would put themselves through something like this? And I say put themselves. It is never the person pursuing their rights, responsibility for the person who did wrongdoing. It's the person who made the conscious choice to perpetrate the atrocities. And here you have Dumpsey up here trying to switch everything around as if he's on the receiving end of wrongdoing. He's being harassed. He's being targeted. He's being attacked. Dumpsey, in every respect, is the aggressor. Didn't know when to leave well enough alone because I ignored him at first. I completely ignored him and he wouldn't stop. He continued on and on and on and on and brought in reinforcements and paid these reinforcements and was given multiple warnings, not just by me, but by entities that have legal decision-making authority over him. Didn't listen to them either. Was given written warnings and ignored the warnings. Well, that's Dumpsey's problem. Because I was serious about what I stated. In no way was it ever going to be he could get up here and say whatever the hell he wanted to say about me and sail off into a sunset. I was continuing on my mission to pursue my rights, to pursue justice, because what he did was bullshit. And I was not going to let him get away with it. What's going to end up happening in the end with what I have planned? That remains to be seen. But I'm going to pursue every single one of my rights. He can get up here and lie all day, every day. The truth will be brought forward. One thing I would love to see Dumpsey try to defend, which is why I know he's not going to file a lawsuit. I would love to see Dumpsey defend his actions when he sat up there and put an entire district attorney's office at risk by passing around photographs that weren't me. 2 women he placed at risk, and he's not the only one. And no, we haven't forgotten all the others that were involved. I'm just talking about Dumpsey right now. An entire district attorney's office at risk, prompting calls to the sheriff's department to warn those who were at risk, passing photos of others around unsuspecting innocent people, placing them at risk, claiming that they're me. These race attacks, it went on forever and a day. And he thought he had every right to do what he did. He never had any right to do any such thing. I'm just primarily focusing right here and now about what he did to me. Let's not even get started about what he did to friends and supporters. And I can go on 10 times forever and a day. If I'm going to talk about what he did to Gerald and his family, file a lawsuit, Dumpsey. I want to see you explain this to a judge, all the shit that you did. See, he doesn't even realize everything that he said and done. All of my videos, every single one of the videos that I posted about Dumpsey would be in response. None of the videos are slanderous. And I'd love for him to tell the judge that I posted 1,000 videos on him. He's such a liar. He paid people to file false reports. You heard me say it before, I'll say it again. Never ending. Lie after lie after lie. And bragged about paying $10 to file a report against AAS. False reports. And he's thinking he's got some rights to sit here and say he's being attacked and people are trying to destroy his business. His approach that he's taking now is something he should have taken long ago, but he thought he was safe and secure because he was in a predominantly black space and he could do whatever he wanted to other black folks. I stated it once. I'll continue to state it many times over, just as I have done. I don't know who the hell raised Dumpsey, who let him get away with some bullshit like this, but these are some pretty honed atrocities. These types of behaviors wouldn't be something you just come onto YouTube and try it on others. These are behaviors that are entrenched. And there aren't any behaviors that I was brought up with, and certainly are no behaviors that I would ever put up with. And I made it clear I was never going to put up with these behaviors, and I'm going to keep filing my complaints. I am not going to stop. No one is going to tell me that I'm unable to pursue my rights. This is something he should have thought about while he was running around spreading all these lies about me, slandering me. I'm talking about his reputation. Every single thing I've said, finding of fact, legal documentation as far as what I'm claiming about him. Audio, video, live stream recordings on Dumpsey as far as what he did. All he's doing with respect to me is getting up and talking shit and claiming something happened. No proof whatsoever. None. He can't produce any proof of any of these lies he has spun about me. Just like he couldn't prove that Kit borrowed money from him. His reserved demeanor, far too late. This is how he should have moved the entire time, and he just wouldn't listen. Since he wouldn't listen, the consequences will be his and his only. Listen, folks, I'm nowhere near done. Be sure you stay tuned. Most important of all, never forget to heed the warning. Buyer beware.